So good morning, I'm JT, this is Harry, this is Harry,
This is Harry.
and welcome to another video from us here at Campervan Journey Stage 2, or Part 2 of our trip to the French Alps. If you've seen the first part of our video, hope you enjoyed it.
If you haven't watched it.
If you haven't, you can catch it on the channel. But we've driven down from Salisbury to Bourg St Maurice on a 2-day trek. Had 2 days sort of camping en route, and now we're settled in for a week in one of Utopia's wooden lodges. Show you around one of those later, but we've first day here in the lodge, having spent a couple of days camping, so we're all enjoying the luxury and refinement of heating, central heating, hot shower. So we're off to get some provisions from the local supermarket, and then we'll be hitting the slopes a little bit later on up at Les Arcs, 1800, 1950 and 2000 via the funicular. So if that's your sort of thing, stick around and hope you enjoy it. So as you can see from the backdrop around me, there's very little snow. In fact, there's no snow here in Bourg St Maurice at the moment. A few weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago, they had loads, but it's been really mild over the last week or two. And at this level,
It's quite good.
all of the snow has melted. When we arrived, when we arrived yesterday,
No, there you
when we arrived the day before, it was 11 or 12 degrees driving in and raining, which is unseasonably warm. Today it's cooler, much cooler. It's around about 2 degrees.
go. Maybe
There was possibly some snow forecast last night, which didn't come to anything. But up at slope level, it's okay. So hopefully we'll be all right for skiing. I'm not sure that we're going to see any snow at this level all during the week, which is a real difference to last year when it was massively, or much colder. We arrived, it was -8, so that's almost a 20-degree swing in temperature, which
means
maybe
no
there's
snowmen.
means no snowmen, but also means that maybe we do need to be thinking about global warming. I'm not going to get into the politics of that now, but something's happening which means there's less snow. Now, I love a French supermarket, and this Super U in Bourg St Maurice has got to be one of the best. It was refurbished a couple of years ago, and it's really smart. It's got everything you need. Really quite a swanky finish to it. There's a little wine cellar, there's a bistro, there's a craft shop, a local produce section. You could spend a whole week here just enjoying all the things, but most importantly, there's a dedicated Saucisson Cave. Just go in and have a good sniff. All the essentials. Okay?
I think it's
Right. Over here. Ooh. Now if Claire sees that, we'll be taking one of those homeless.
I was going to say, can we have a full thing? 74 years. I think that's how
And a genuine fur alpine poof. These things are not on the list, so JT, stop getting distracted.
Yeah, JT.
Just love the way everything's presented in these French supermarkets, just so much nicer than lots you see back home. So not wishing to criticise any particular brands, but look at it. Just makes you want to buy everything. And here we are in the Saucisson Cave. Just breathe. Breathe in the aroma of smoked regional sausages. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, I apologise, but this is lovely.
But it is very good smelling.
It is very, very good. How about a large ham? All the essentials of a AAA. So there we go, jobbed. All of our provisions nicely tucked away in there. One French, one English shopping bag. Super U versus Waitrose. So we're back to the cabin and get ourselves all ready to head up to the slopes via the funicular and pick up our ski equipment and enjoy our first afternoon of skiing. So now we've got all our shopping and bits and bobs done, let's head off to the ski slopes and hopefully enjoy our first runs of the holiday. It's always going to be a little bit cautious on those first runs after a year away from skiing, but we'll take it steady and fingers crossed we'll enjoy the day without any dramas. Okay, first run of the day at Les Villars. Blue skies, wind's nice and drop. I don't know if there was any snow overnight, but let's see how we get on. Hello, Harry.
Hello, Father. Hello, Father.
So there we are, 2 runs completed. Pretty good so far. Conditions aren't great, but they're alright. And most importantly, we've made it down in one piece. We've done 1 blue, 1 green. It's coming up for 3 o'clock this afternoon, so we'll probably squeeze in another couple. Take it gently for the day. Yep. So good morning, welcome to a beautiful, sunny and much more wintry feeling Bourg St Maurice. Temperature is around about 0 and we had not quite a frost but clear skies overnight, and it really feels much more like winter than it did a few days ago. We had a good first day up on the slopes yesterday, just finding our ski legs again. Always a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for, tentative as you go back in after a year. But we enjoyed the day, escaped without any dramas, and we're looking forward to some more skiing today. What we did have yesterday up at skiing at 1800 was some quite heavy snow in the afternoon. So whilst there's no snow down here at in Bourg St Maurice, which is about 800 metres above sea level, at 1800 There was a reasonable amount of snow falling in the afternoon and good snow cover on the ground, despite the reports that we've seen recently about there being a real lack of snow and being very warm here in the Alps over the last few weeks. But we enjoyed the day and we had a good day, good session, and we'll be back up for more today. And hopefully these clear blue skies will stay for today's runs. What a beautiful view from the cabin veranda. You can just see the run of the funicular going up through the trees, 1800 or 1600 where you disembark just at the top. So better get ourselves organised. Just got a few little bits of shopping to do at Super U to get ourselves ready. We're going to pop a chicken in a slow cooker whilst we're out. So we quite often get asked why we choose to stay at a campsite in the Alps to go skiing rather than use the more traditional ski in, ski out accommodation up in the resorts. And there's a few factors really that influence that decision. Cost is a big one because it's quite a bit cheaper to stay down here, and I'll do a separate video just trying to clarify the breakdown in costs for you, so keep an eye out for that one in due course. Space, you get a lot more space with this accommodation than you do in a traditional ski apartment, and I'll show you around our little cabin in a moment. But we also like the fact that we're sort of split between the traditional resorts and the town, so you get a little bit of the best of both worlds. So there's a number of reasons why we enjoy staying here, and of course the view as well. We've got a lovely view, just as nice as the mountains up at the top. So how do we get to the ski resort itself? So we are in Bourg St Maurice at 800 metres. The ski resorts actually start at around 1600 metres elevation, going up to 1800, 1950 and 2000 metres. So we have to get up there. So from here at the campsite you need to get yourself to the funicular railway, which is in the centre of Bourg St Maurice, approximately 5 minutes drive away. There's free shuttle buses here from the campsite that you can book yourself onto, and decide to walk, and several people do. It's a nice 20-minute walk through some woods to the funicular railway. Once you get to the funicular railway will take you up the mountainside to 1600, where you disembark, and then you can get the lifts up to the main resorts. The funicular railway cost is included in your ski pass, so you can go up and down as many times as you like within the ski pass. If you don't have a ski pass, you just pay to travel up as a normal foot passenger. But it's very quick, it's very easy. It takes about, I think it's about 7 minutes to make the journey from top to bottom. It does get busy, can be a bit crammed in there, and this year we've decided to use ski lockers at the top at 1600 that we've rented, so we're not carrying our skis from here up and down each time. But I know people do, and one of the things that is included here at the campsite is a boot room and drying room, which is free of charge to use when you're staying here as well. So if you do decide to keep your equipment down here or can't book a ski locker, because they do get booked up quickly, you've got the facility to store them safely and securely here. We choose to drive from here to the funicular, which, as I said, is a 5-minute trip. Our parking's really cheap. It's around about €3 for the day, and it just gives it a little bit more flexibility if we decide that we want to stop off at the supermarket on the way back or go anywhere else, just rather than using the shuttle bus itself. But the shuttle bus service from the campsite, provided free by Hootopia. So what's the difference then between our California and staying in the cabin? Let's take you inside the cabin and give you a quick tour. So these log cabins are designed to accommodate 6 people. There's 4 of us staying here this year, and for 4 it's very comfortable. So traditional log cabin design, nice open plan area inside. You've got a little kitchenette which has got everything I say everything, most things that you need. There's no kettle. We had to bring our own kettle, which we tend to have in our camper van anyway. But you've got a little microwave oven, fridge freezer, double burner hob, and then a basic selection of crockery. They've provided as well a fondue set, which we will be making use of later in the week, a coffee machine, and you can use, there's a raclette as well. So all of a few things that make a holiday in the Alps that little bit special. Space and storage is good. There's a large cupboard in the centre here which we store all our ski gear in. Underneath the sofa bed, a big pull-out drawer. There's double bedroom, and then second bedroom is for three with a double bed and a bunk.
Hello.
Comfortable, Harry?
Very.
Yeah. So the accommodation, the beds are very comfortable. Not overly large rooms, but again, we've all slept really, really well whilst we're here. And if it is really cold and really bad weather, you've got double shuttered, double glazed windows, and with the heaters, it's very, very warm. Nice bathroom, good shower, hot water. You've just got more space than in a traditional ski apartment. Some friends of ours have come at the same time, so in the evening there's been 7 of us able to relax comfortably in here with a glass of wine with plenty of space to have a few games. And of course, the all-important log burner. Now, one of the problems with the log burner is the heating is so good in these cabins that if you forget to turn the heating off when you go out in the morning, you'll come back and the cabin will be so toasty warm that actually it's too warm to put the burner on. So, but it really does put the icing on the cake when you're enjoying the end of the day. There's a little wood store just outside, which they top up every morning with kindling and freshly chopped wood. So you don't have to go and buy anything from the supermarket. Everything's provided. So that is a quick tour of our little cabin, and I hope you can see why we enjoy staying in them so much. And it's a very comfortable way of enjoying a special holiday here in the Alps. So one of the other advantages of being here at the campsite is you've got access to all of the other Hootopia facilities as well. So when we were staying in the van for a couple of nights when we arrived, it was great to be able to have use of their central lodge, access to the Wi-Fi. They've got table football, television, games and things. So if the weather was bad, we weren't totally restricted to being in the camper van for a couple of days, which really does make a difference on arrival here. So that was a nice thing. And I know that a number of the people who stay using the hard standing facilities in their motorhomes for longer also enjoy the advantages of those additional services. There's a pretty good view from our cabin window in the morning as well, especially on a day like today when we've got glorious sunshine. You can see the piece just in the background, these snowy peaks. So I hope you enjoyed that second part of our trip to the French Alps. I enjoyed our first runs down the slopes and a look around our lovely cabin that we are staying in. If you want to follow more of this adventure, please remember to give us a thumbs up, to give us a like, hit the button to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video very soon. Thanks for watching.